Hey everybody, and welcome to Robin's house. This week I want to talk to you about this super fun thin cut with the hearts cut into it, and it's even got stitching around all the hearts and the edges. So cute. So I had a little bit of fun this week making some samples of this card using this die cut. So this is one of them, and one is just, a sweet and simple card. And you kind of notice as you go through and you cut the shapes out, you get quite a collection of little hearts. So I started just kind of keeping them in so that when I made a future card, I could just grab the hearts out of this jar. And obviously you can see I made a lot of white ones, just like this one is made of white. So you can add spots of color in your cutouts just by saving your little hearts. So this one was cute. This was using that little teddy bear as well with his little hugs. And so he's just peeking out over the heart. I think he's just so cute. So my next one incorporates using sparkle paper. And I don't know why, but it didn't even occur to me to cut this out of sparkle paper, which gives me one more base that I could work out and put in my stash for another time. And also using one of our B&T paper. So this is our Sweet Safari paper, and look how cute it is. Just adding a few little polka dotted hearts in place of the regular red hearts. So this one was so fun and very cute. So for our techniques today, I guess it was a couple weeks ago, my mom showed you a card that was basically a card front using this with not against, like these ones all have, they're built on the card base and it's all solid, but this is an empty card. So I want to show you how to do that. And then I have a mixed media card that turned out, I was skeptical at first because I didn't think I was doing it correctly, but it turned out so nice that I'm really excited to show you that one. So, but for now, we're doing this one. And so when you put together your card, I cut off everything, but this is actually less than 1/4 of an inch. It's one little hash mark less than 1/4 of an inch, just because there's not much space here to work with. So when I'm gluing it, I go ahead and I re-flatten it out. And then I go ahead and put the glue on that section there, kind of liberally, but lightly, so that it's got good coverage all the way. And then I can set this just barely over the crack. And then I'm gonna push it down a little bit and I'm gonna sort of set it aside. I accidentally already did some of the pre-work of layering the rest of the heart. But I want to show you another trick on this, because when you're doing this, of course, you want your inside message to be hidden behind the outside message. So what I have done is I took one of these empties, and then I took a card base essentially, and then I drew little marks on the closest side of all of those. So I ended up with all these little hash marks, and then I cut out a space to use as a template. And now I will always know that if I put this in the corner of my card, I have all this space to work in for my inside message. Now it's not only is it my inside stamped message, but it's also my inside writing message. So I have to make sure that I leave room for written words if I so choose to write something. So I have my Happy Valentine's Day, one of these old M stamps. Gotta use your stash. And so I'm just gonna put this right at the bottom. Well, I'll put it near the top so that I have a little words, little space to write "love me" in there. So the template is super handy because now it looks like it's perfectly placed. And then this hopefully will be dry enough where I can bend it down. It's not quite dry, but it'll be okay. And actually, and then one of the funnest things I thought of was, what if I filled in some of those hearts with, so this is using, I've hidden it from myself. This is an older, oh, here we go, an older stamp set that I had in my stash again, Happy Heart. And I've always liked this one. And I've liked those scribble hearts it has on it. So I pulled that out and I thought, well, how fun would that be if I just added a little bit of this black inside a few of these hearts. And then I have a bigger heart. So then when we open it, it looks nice and spaced. Waiting for my video to catch up. It looks nice and spaced and uncluttered. And then when I close it now, I have those hearts peeking through. And then when it's time to put my heart down, what I did is I knew that my entire big heart was going to be covered. So I only put glue on top of this, around this heart, and then I placed the heart where I wanted to place it. And then the only tip that I would have for you is, if you're doing something similar to this, lift your card up and have it dry upside down. Because when I dried mine, I dried it together and a little bit of the glue came in, and I can see some glue framing on this side and actually glue tearing on this side. There you can see it. My glue glued it right down. So keep it open while it's drying, and that should make your card much more successful. So that is how you do a card front using one of those full sheet die cuts. So now it's time to play with this fun. I just love the colors on this card. But in order to do this, you got to have your all-purpose mat and a card base. So normally I wouldn't do my crafting on the card base, but we've got this whole card front. It's already going to be nice and stiff. So you know what? I just take a chance. I'm going to go ahead and do it on the card front. And you know, you just got to hope you don't make too big of a boo-boo. So I'm going to tighten up my thing because this is probably going to get a little wiggly. And so you need your tools and your distress inks you've got over here. So when I did my card, I started with the yellow, and the closest I have to yellow is antique linen. And I thought that that would not turn out well, but you can see it turned out just fine. So you load up your ink, and you're supposed to enter the paper on an angle. And I'm much more successful today than I was when I did my original one. So perhaps it's a little bit practice. But you can, I'm going to bring this down a little closer. So we can see what we're doing. You want to, when I did the card over here, I wanted to have a lot of yellow because I wanted it to blend, but it it didn't seem to blend that much, and so I just ended up with a lot of yellow. So I'm going to try it again and see if I can do it more properly today. Maybe by juicing up the edges a little bit and not blending those into the white so much, maybe then it will accept from the other color. So let's see what happens. So again, I did even more yellow today. What color do I have? I have the pink one to start with. So what I would normally do is I would go in and do my yellow, and then I would do my pink and my blue, and then I would go back to my yellow again. So I'm going to start here in this corner, and then I'm going to, so that it's nice and dark in the corner, and then as I bring it out, it's blending with the yellow. Let's see if I can get some more orange in there today. And maybe perhaps when I put the yellow back again, it will have some orange on top. Or maybe since it's still wet with red, maybe I'll do that now, see if I can get some orange. And there we go. So I wasn't, I didn't think it looked excellent. And then when I put it under the blue, it just like turned into neon and it was gorgeous. So I'm keeping my breath held. And if nothing else, just showing you the way to do it. And you can always improve it on your own way. But I keep the dark in the corner and push it out. Otherwise, you'll do like I do and keep bringing it so dark near the yellow that it's difficult to blend. And now I don't want to add any more blue. I just want to make this turn green without those circles. So let's see if I stop spinning, if I can unblend those circles. And then I'm going to add in the yellow again, just like I did with the pink. See if I can get some green to show. There we go. So this is my card with the blue blending into green. I'm going to darken up my way corner a little bit. I've got some, it's undarked. There we go. And now it is time to see how it looks with the blue on top. And look at how it changes. It just gets so pretty once that blue is sitting on there. So now we can finish. And you can use the Bonding Memories glue to get it on every single space, but I kind of just put some glue in the big spaces. I mean, no one's going to be sitting there picking apart your card, so it doesn't have to be 100% glued down. And you want to get it down before your glue dries in place. So just get it in the big spaces, then you can set it down. There you go. It's so pretty, especially up in that pink corner. And then, of course, down in the blue. Oh, it's pretty all over. I guess I got some more orange this time than I did last time, so that's fun. And then I just went through my stash looking for messages that would fit in this space. And so I found one of them off our new month stamp. I think I'd like to say, hey, sugar. So did it come back? I wonder how long it was gone. Anyway, so we got some hey sugar in there. And then just to dress it up a little bit, got Got some sparkles that I'll just put in some random locations here. And we gotta have the bitty ones because it's flying away. There we go. How cute. Oh, I'm gonna put one more because I want it up here. There we go. So there we go, playing with our heart-shaped die cuts today. Very cute. I hope you give it a try because it's super cute and so easy. It's a lovely foundation to a quick card. So thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting. Have a great day.